Hello, my sweet soul sisters and brothers. Mindy Arbuckle here today, and I would just like to share with you some wisdom that I'm working through about how we are able to stay positive in the midst of life. I was going to say something worse, but really it's life. Life happens to everybody. Stuff happens to everybody. Shit happens to everybody, right? Like, of course it does. You can't escape it. That's just what happens with life. Hey, a shot. And you've got to be able to create a life that you want, because you are a freaking magical unicorn being of creativity. You're the one creating your life. It's not like everything's just happening to you. It's happening for you and through you. And when we start to shift our mental attitudes in this way, then we have the ability to work on staying positive without it being totally fake. Now, there's value in the old saying, fake it till you make it. All right, like really, sometimes you just have to put a smile on your face and be able to really wear that smile and just grit your teeth and go through it anyways, okay? Sometimes there's value to that. But if you are on this path of spirituality, and if you're here and you're listening to this, then you've got to be able to see that you can be positive and authentic all the time. Well, and you don't even have to be all the time. It's a big myth that you have to be 100% positive all the time. Positive thinking, just for the sake of positive thinking, with the underneath voice saying you're full of crap, doesn't help anybody, okay? So what do we need to do so that we can have our positive mindset come through authentically? Right? It is recognizing that there is inherent goodness in everything, including in you, and there is a gift in everything. And if you can start to shift your perspective, your viewpoint to see the gift in all these things, then it doesn't feel so bad. Okay, so let me give you an example. In the last week and a half, I've had lots of things happen to me personally and through my business. Okay, so number one, I got to have my parents here, and they haven't visited for over a year due to COVID. And that was just really wonderful to be able to have my parents here and to be able to interact with them and have them with the family. So then right after they left, I got sick. Nasty stomach ache, awful headache, kind of knocked me out for about 2.5 days. Then after that, I go in and I'm looking at my Facebook business stuff, and somebody hacked into my Facebook ads account and was running ads for exorbitant amounts of money using my credit card, my ad account, and they weren't related to me. And then I contacted Facebook. They said, okay, we'll fix this. This looks like it was not you. And then, let's see, I had lots of wonderful business calls booked with new potential clients, and 4 out of the 6 were told, didn't even show up. Then, let's see, then my ad account actually got shut down on Friday last week, completely shut down. Oh, and on Monday, I was working on my brand new computer that is really only a couple months old. It's a desktop all-in-one, and the screen pooped out on it. And the only way that I can get it fixed is for me to actually have to send the whole computer back in to HP to get it fixed, and then they'll send it back to me. And that's only going to take a magical number of 7 to 9 days that I get to be without a computer. All right, so all of this stuff is happening, and I can either get pissed off about it, I can get sad about it, depressed and lethargic, and say everything's awful, everything's wrong, or I can say, wow, okay, this is crazy stuff, and it's here for a reason, so why don't I look for the gift in it and find my way through it with love and with peace and with joy and with a little bit of happiness. So that's my positive thinking. And I'm really solid in it because of all the other things that I'm doing. Because what I didn't list in that negative litany list of things that are going on is all the good stuff that's going on. On the inside, and my visualizations and my meditations, oh my goodness, everything is just right. It feels so good. My life is exactly what it's supposed to be. And I am also getting resourceful, and I'm reaching out to people in different ways. And I'm having a great time with my family, and I'm meeting new people, and I'm helping people in different ways. Okay, so there's all these amazing good things happening as well. So what makes the difference? First of all, I think if you are going to have stuff happen in your life, you have to take responsibility. Not always for the things that are happening in your life, but how you're responding to what's happening in your life. That's your PowerPoint right there, is just taking full responsibility for yourself and your life. You really are a magic creatress or creator in your life. You are part of this divine web, and your senses can't even grasp 99% of what's going on. You tap into that energy flow, and all of a sudden life feels like it's aligned, that everything's going for you instead of against you. And that for you or against you is a lot of your own inner perspective. It's your attitude. Do you know that you are a creator, that you are a divine being of light and love, and that you have power in your life, that not everything's just happening to you? If that's your attitude, then you are going to take on anything that comes your way as a fun obstacle, as a joyful opportunity to let you be better at you, to help you enjoy life more. So for me, this whole crazy rigmarole that I'm going through is really, it's giving me an opportunity for a couple of things. It's number one, giving me an opportunity to not just do the social fast that we've been talking about, but it's also about giving me an even bigger break from technology so that I'm not focused on the hustle so much, because I'm really good at getting stuff done. I'm really, like, I can accomplish just about anything I put my mind to. But it is also about me now having space to be in the flow, to go on and into those inward resources and just tap into that 99% that I can't even see, touch, or feel. Okay? And it's also giving me reference points. Like, man, if I can have this kind of an attitude through all of these things that are going on, well, shit, I can get through anything, and I can do it with a smile, and I can have 20 clients if I want, and I can have all the things that I've ever desired, and it will be a joy. And so it becomes part of my way of creating my life. Rather than it being a reference point, well, everything's not working. It's everything is working, and look at this gift that the universe has given me to show me how strong I am. I think that's a lot of the reason why we all have obstacles put in our path, is to show us our true capacity. It's not to show you what is wrong or right in your life. It's to show you how freaking amazing you are. That you can get resourceful, that you can figure stuff out, that you can become a problem solver like nobody's business. Yeah. Chevron says, when I'm overwhelmed, it comes off as anger. Any pointers? Yeah. Recognize that it's anger. That's your first step right there. Amazing, Chevron. Like, you've got to recognize, well, shoot, when shit hits the fan, I get pissed. And it's okay to be pissed, but don't live there. Don't live in the anger, because that will zap you of all of your power. So give yourself 2 minutes of being really fucking pissed off. And then get on with it. Put it behind you. Put that anger behind you and use that energy, that excitement, as fuel to figure out what to do next. Okay? So this is all about your attitude, and it's all about your mindset. Your inner attitudes and your inner thoughts and beliefs really, truly make a difference in how you handle whatever life gives you. And one of the things that is a firm belief that I hold is that the divine will never give you more than you can handle. Period. It might feel like it sometimes. It might feel like you are overwhelmed and that there's no way you're going to get through it. But guess what, honey? You have always, always gotten through it. How do I know that? Because you were here today. You get through everything that life comes at you. It may not always be with as much grace as you want it to be, or as much fluidity or whatever, but you always get through what life brings you. And so tap into that. Tap into those inner resources of, yes, I can, instead of, ugh, I can't. Why is this happening to me? Those will zap you of your divine power and your energy and your resources in no time flat, okay? Life happens to everybody. You can either go with it or you can go against it, but that is your choice. Suffering is optional. You can either indulge in what makes you feel good and positive, or you can indulge in the stuff that makes you feel not capable, unfortunate, like everything's happening to me and it's all my fault, and you can blame and you can shame and you can go there, but you're the one indulging in those thoughts, in those feelings, in those emotions, and those beliefs. As a divine creator of your life, you are the one who's creating it. Whether you like it or not, you're the one who's creating all of this, okay? So why fight it? It's gonna happen. Whatever's happened has happened. Find the joy, the gift in it. Even if you can't find the joy, find the gift in it, because there's something there for you, okay? And I just want to give you a couple of other fun things. When I'm thinking about how do I stay positive, there are a couple of crystals that I pretty much always go to when I want to reset my mind. So I'm just going to go through these real fast, and I'll do another video about these later on this week to give you a little bit more detail. But some of these are kind of standard for staying positive. Some of them are my own go-tos. So this one is green fluorite. Ooh, yeah. Decahedron, okay? You can do lapis. Oh my goodness, lapis just keeps you so tapped in to your intuition, to your inner knowing. So this one helps you stay connected head to heart, so that there's an actual link here instead of it being cut off right at the head. And that lapis contains within it pyrite. Pyrite is super powerful. It is like got the power of the sun right there in it. So it keeps you extraordinarily optimistic. When we need to align with our heart energy and ground it, rhodonite is an amazing ally and friend. So this one helps you stay tapped into self-love and appreciation, because when we are going through struggles, we're often hard on ourselves. And we forget that we are just as important and just as worthy of love during struggles as anybody else. And it also helps ground that energy that you are bringing into your heart center. And just two more quick ones is smoky quartz. This is kind of on the other end of the spectrum. So smoky quartz helps you to stay protected, so that you're not letting everybody else's energy interact with you. And it also helps you release negative energy. And sometimes that's just as important as staying focused on the positive, is to release what's no longer working for you, okay? And then lastly, one of my absolute favorites is this beautiful guy called labradorite. So this is a gray stone, but as you can see, it holds within it all these sort of beautiful, beautiful colors of gold and orange and yellow and blue and green. And it helps tap you into that inner knowing once again. You look totally normal on the outside. It's like you're the everyday mystic, right? You look totally normal, human on the outside, but you are divine on the inside, and you own it. You own it. All right, so if you want to work on your positive attitude, you can fake it till you make it, but that feels inauthentic to most people at a certain point, at a certain level. So really start to own it. Own who you are. Own that this is your life and you get to decide how you're showing up in it. Own your identity. Do you want to be the positive, inspiring person you know yourself to be? Or do you want to be the person who blames everybody else or yourself for everything else that's going on? Okay? Do you want to be in that high vibe state or that low vibe state? It is your choice. 100%, okay? And then just watch those inner attitudes of who you are, how you're doing things, and watch your thoughts, watch your emotions. They are your thoughts. You can change them at any time. Life is going to happen to all of us. You're the one who gets to choose how you're showing up for it. And that, right there, that decision is an absolute gift. Yeah? And if you need help, if you need resources on this journey, look on your computer, go to mindyarbuckle.com/talk, and you can find my schedule. I would love to have a conversation with you about how you're showing up as your positive, uplifted, authentic self, as your superhero, or how you feel like you're not holding up to that divine, creative self that you know yourself to be, and why are you getting in your own way, and how do we get you out of that? MindyArbuckle.com/talk. It's a totally free 45-minute breakthrough call where you can really understand yourself more and understand the things that are showing up in your life and how you use those to help you move forward rather than feeling stuck and stagnant. Okay? So happy to be here with you guys. I always appreciate you so stinking much. I don't think you know how much I love you and appreciate you, but I try to tell you every time. Like I said, I'll share a little bit more about these crystals later on this week, and my absolute love to each of you. Mwah. Let me know if you have any distinctions, which means just like, anything that really resonated with you in this video. Write it down in the comments so other people can hear that, because you don't realize how much other people need to hear your voice as well. And that's it. Have an amazing day. Have a beautiful, beautiful day, and I will talk with you all very, very soon.